What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie, and welcome to the channel Thrift-Onfire. Today's going to be a what sold video, what sold for me recently on eBay and Poshmark. Before we start pulling orders, I do want to talk about something negative, actually extremely negative, that happened recently. I had some orders rejected at the border. Okay, so why? I don't know why. And I'll just explain as much as I possibly can. If you're in a similar situation, maybe I can give you a little bit of help. If not, you can just, listen to me rant for a couple of minutes here about what's happening. So I had 14 orders rejected at the border. Okay, these were dropped off at Stallion Express, so London, Ontario. At the border, it shows that they're going to the carrier, which would be United States Postal Service. And I originally thought maybe I had an issue with a couple of orders. So this is drop-offs from May 6th and then drop-offs again from May 8th. Okay, so the May 8th ones were after I've already dropped some off and I assumed everything was fine. This is right after I got back from vacation as well. So now here's where the problem lies. Okay, so I didn't realize that all of my items that were dropped off on the 6th were rejected. I was told maybe it was one or two, and then the next thing you know, it was absolutely everything. I've dropped off more, and the whole second lot of stuff didn't go through as well. So why? I don't know, and that's the bigger problem. Okay, so it took me 4 days to get somebody actually on the phone at Stallion Express, which in my opinion is probably not acceptable. Nobody returned a proper email. When I spoke to the person in store at Stallion in London, the gentleman there is excellent. He told me as much as he possibly could, but his hands are kind of tied too because he only knows, a small amount. That's the biggest problem. I think Stallion is just keeping what's happening too close-lipped, so they're not telling us what's happening exactly. If I was getting items rejected, I would hope to see what items and why, but they're not doing that. I realize they're probably dealing with a big mass amount coming back, but why and when and how I'm going to get my stuff back is all important to me, especially when I'm trying to run a business. And they don't have the answers. Even when I spoke to somebody on the phone, they apologized. They said eventually it would go to Mississauga and then back to London. I should receive an email. I haven't. When I'm filming this, I think I'm filming this on the 13th, okay, of May. And my first orders from May 6th still haven't been received back at Stallion Express. I think them being more transparent about whatever happened or is happening there would be a lot better than them saying nothing. Okay, so if you're in the same situation as me, one thing you can do, and one thing I've already done, is starting using eBay labels again. Even if you're selling on ebay.com, you can sign in with your same credentials you would use on ebay.com to sign in at ebay.ca, and you can ship with Canada Post discounted labels through eBay. You can still use FedEx and FedEx and UPS through eBay labels, even on your .com account, okay? So that's what I've been doing, and I'll probably continue to do that for a while. The biggest reason I've always been using Stallion Express, a lot of the reason was Poshmark US, the third-party labels, and big discounts on heavier items. That was really where it was at the moment. I'm not going to be using it. I don't really have anything bad to say about Stallion Express, except for the fact that they should be more transparent about what's going on right now. I wish they would just, even if it's bad, I'd rather hear bad news than hear nothing at all. When you hear nothing at all, it breaks the trust you have when you drop off, hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of merchandise that you expect to, be delivered on their behalf, as a carrier partner, or as your carrier. So, when they don't have your back, it's noticeable. And now I'm going to be dealing with, I think it's 13 eBay items and just maybe one Depop item. Everything else is fine. Anything I've shipped with couriers of Canada Post, it's fine. It's just United States Postal Service labels that were an issue, and they were bought directly through Stallion Express as well. I filled out all the information. I don't believe that I had anything from China in there whatsoever. Definitely not going to the US for sure. And yeah, I don't know. Super frustrating. Let me know if you had anything like this come up in the last week or so. Like I said, frustrating at the moment. I won't be using Stallion Express. I still have been a fanboy of them for a while. I've never been sponsored by them or anything like that. I know a lot of people probably think that. I was just using them. I loved it so much that I love telling you guys about it, getting you to sign up. If you sign up with my code, obviously I get like a little bit of a kickback from a sign up, but there's no direct promotion or anything like that. I just think it was a great company. I still think they could be a good company going forward, but I think if they're not going to be transparent, it's really hard to trust them moving forward. Anyway, I just want to get that all off my chest. If you're having similar issues, let me know in the comments down below, and let's pull some orders. Kicking it off today with a couple of Poshmark sales, vintage Mickey Mouse splash shirt. It is down here in the grailed bin. This is all the stuff that I've moved over on this platform so far. Not a ton, being kind of picky about what I actually throw on here. But, you know, we actually sold this on Poshmark.ca. So even though it's in the grailed bin, the only reason why I have this bin, I talked about it before, is when I'm cross-listing to grailed, I'm moving this stuff in here because it's not going to be everything. It'll just be easier to find. And then in my custom SKU, you know, if it sells on a different platform like it did here on Poshmark.ca, this Mickey Mouse splash shirt, $40 Canadian, by the way. Easy to find because in the custom SKU, on my eBay on sold listing, it still shows that it was in this bin right here. So that's why it's in that bin. Mickey Mouse splash shirt, $40 Canadian, okay? This is Poshmark.ca. My Poshmark.com store is still on vacation mode. I haven't figured out anything there. I do know of an alternate cross-border shipper that I could use, but I don't have a convenient way to use it, and I'm going to kind of wait until things are figured out better than they are currently before I consider it. So currently it's just Poshmark.ca, but we are going right here, I believe, to the women's jeans 2 bin for another Poshmark sale. Looking for a pair of jeans. These are Levi's 720s. I think these are like kind of like a skinny jean. 720 Levi's. I see some Levi's under there. Yeah, it's these guys. Pretty sure it's these guys right here. Not a super popular style anymore. I had these ones for a little while. I do pick these ones up still when I see them, just at the Goodwill bins or something. A little bit of distressing on the front, or is there some spots? To check that a little closer to what's going on there. I might just have to give these ones a quick wash or wipe down before I ship them out. It looks like there might be something on there. Anyway, I'm going to toss these just on the chair for now. So I have to refold those as well. Yeah, what do we get for those? 15 bucks Canadian. Not a lot, obviously. Moving them out. Next, we sold a hat on Poshmark.ca. Poshmark. I think I ran some auctions yesterday, which really helps. It seems to tick up a couple extra sales for sure. I'll be sending out offers to Lakers, all that kind of stuff too as well. But this Canada Post hat came from that hat, the $110 hat buy where I bought all those bags full of hats. This was in there as well. Very nice, clean condition. Canada Post, world's greatest postal service. Maybe. $20 Canadian for that guy right there. Now we're going to move to ebay.ca. We're going to pull this one right now. It should be in one of these bins. I think it's in this binder. So let's check this binder first. I think so, because I think it's all magazines mostly up there. I think so. Hanna-Barbera. I had this in my booth for $24 Canadian. And then when I brought it home and listed it online, I listed it much, much higher. I just thought it'd be easier to sell this locally. It was not. It took me a long time to sell this even online. But online, I did get $45 USD, which I'm very surprised. But that's what they were selling for. It's just, you know, obviously I have to get these. I'll probably ship them out in the... I don't know if I'll ship them out in the binder. I'll have to look to see if I have it listed in the binder. I don't think I do. So it'd be better off to just ship them between cardboard and something like this in a mailer. I will figure that out, but $45 USD on these cards. Happy about that. And let's get this round of orders out of here. Sold a couple of hats on eBay. I did pull them both to the top of this bin. First one is this Toronto Blue Jays hat here. It's a Y2K logo. It's got some embroidery on the back. It says, I have it listed as TISA Taz Arnold Toronto snapback hat. It's got a Cooperstown tag on the inside. I did get $40, I believe, USD on that hat. Not too bad, really. I've seen this logo on a few things. I can't remember exactly what it is again, but it's usually a good thing. That's what I do remember. Sold another hat only for $10 and 50 cents, I think, USD. It should be up here as well. It's a Reebok's running hat, so it's all mesh. lightweight hat here. This came from that, when I bought the whole big pallet of used hats, came from there. So my buy cast at this point, or basically was nothing anyway. It was very, very cheap. $10.50 USD for that Reebok hat. Next, we did finally sell the Wii up here. If you remember, I sold the red controller and nunchucks separately. The Wii itself did sell for $37.96 USD on eBay. No controller, no game, nothing like that. Just the way that it's going to go right there. I paid $25 for the whole bundle, which included a game. I think I still have the game. It's Wii Play. Not a super good game, but okay, I've definitely made money off of this already. I think just the controller and nunchuck, the red one, put me, you know, into the break even, potentially even profit point. So this is great to sell this for about around $40 USD plus shipping, 37 and change. Sold these boots here, Justin boots. Okay, had them for a while. I took a pretty aggressive offer on them. I just want to get rid of them. I've never had a lot of luck with Justin boots. You know, they eventually sell. I typically hope that they sell on Poshmark, so I don't have to worry so much about shipping. They're awkward. These ones I got $30 USD for. The moment, I think I picked these up at a yard sale, but I don't 100% remember. I could have picked them up at Goodwill. Either way, $30 USD on these boots. Happy to see them go. Let's get this round out of here. Another round of eBay sales, and we're going for a CD here. I got a lot of these ones listed. Most of it just, honestly, mostly is what I'm trying to say, Blink-182 ones. But we're looking for Boxcar Racer first. Okay, this one right here, Boxcar Racer sold for $9.99 plus $5 shipping USD. Okay. Next, actually, let's go back and grab the other lot of CDs since we're just right there with the CDs. We'll go out of order. So $30 for a lot of 4 Blink-182 CDs. So it's Cheshire Cat, Dude Ranch, Enema of the State, and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Listed those 4 as a lot. I believe the rest are all individual. Greatest hit was New and Sealed, and Self-Titled I don't think was part of this. I think I have it listed individually as well. But yeah, pretty decent. I know you guys just seen me pick those up last weekend. CDs at a yard sale. I'm sure a lot of you thought you're probably wasting your time, but you know, $30 right here USD on that one, or the lot of 4 here, sorry, which actually, you know what, just noticing I made a mistake. Cheshire Cat, which is this one, the first album, that one is listed by itself. It's actually self-titled. So I just took a peek down at my phone and I realized these are the ones here. So it's actually Dude Ranch, Enema of the State, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, okay, and self-titled. So those 4 were $30, and then once again, Boxcar was $9.99 USD. Pretty decent. Happy with that, and happy that they sold quick. And I still have some Blink CDs for sale. I'm a big Blink fan myself anyway, so I have owned pretty much all that on vinyl, so it's not as if I need to hang on to it. Next, we sold an LL Bean shirt, a button-up plaid shirt. It has been on sale. Plaid shirt down here. Here's this one, $12 USD on this one. Made, I figure out where this one was made to, but yeah, I think it might say made in China. Ugh. I have to see where that's going. Might have to message a buyer about that one. I haven't went through all my clothing yet, so you know, obviously don't want to have any unexpected charges for anybody. But yeah, that wind up being a problem unless it's being shipped in Canada. I'm not really sure. I will figure all that out as well. Okay, I believe I have one more thing. Oh yeah, Coleman bag up here. This is Poshmark.ca. It's this one right here. Just pull this whole thing down, and yeah, this I picked up in a mom and pop thrift shop. I don't remember what I paid, but probably somewhere between $5 to $10. I thought it was a pretty cool beach bag, and it actually unzips and becomes like a little pillow type thing as well. It's Orange Crush, Beverly Hills 90210, and it's actually branded Coleman, like Coleman Coolers. I think that's pretty cool. And I wound up getting $57 Canadian for it. It took a while to sell. I've probably had this for, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, something like that. So it obviously takes the right person. to sell this, but happy to get that Poshmark sale. Let's get this round of orders out of here. Now, the next problem we could run into here is Canada Post potentially could go back on strike May 22nd. Obviously, over Christmas of this past year, we had some issues with strike. I wasn't affected too much because I was using Stallion Express. This will not be an option. I'm going to have to look at couriers again, like UPS, FedEx, things like that. I potentially even increasing some of my shipping prices because I think it's going to be a little bit more money as well. All things we'll have to deal with when we get there. And like I said, when it rains, it pours, and I think it's pouring pretty heavily right now. If you guys like videos like this one, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.